How are you all doing? Doing well? Haven't done this in a while. Crikey. Probably about 2 months. There was dust on my camera before I started filming. I think that's a testament to how long it's been since I made one of these. Wait! Am I late? No need to worry, dude, you're not late at all. If anything, I'm the one who's behind schedule because half of these asks are from about 2 months ago. Sorry about that. Do you sing? I mean, not well, but I'd certainly give it a go. Do you have any pets? If not, which ones would you like? I don't. I do love animals, but mostly from like a respectful distance because I have no idea how to handle them. Dogs are awesome though. And axolotls. And turtle. There are loads of really good animals, but just like don't put me in charge of them is what I'm saying. What is your favourite manga or anime series of all time? Boku no Hero Academia. It's a really engaging series with really cool characters and everybody needs to read it. Have I answered this before? I feel like I've probably answered this before. Go read Boku no Hero Academia anyway. For some reason, my neighbours chose the exact moment I turned my camera on to start doing some heavy-duty building work, so if you hear a ominous rumbling in the background of this, I'm not being attacked by giants, there's just like builders downstairs. On a scale of pole to rainbow, how gay are you? I don't know how the pole factors into that equation. Do I want to know? It's probably something kinky. Do you play any instruments? Not yet. I do have these, but I haven't actually used a drum kit before. I do want to get lessons at some point, but for the most part I just tap along to whatever's on my iPod. It's pretty cathartic. It's quite nice not knowing how to play it properly as well, because then it's like, I can't really make a mistake because all of it is just a series of probable mistakes, so I can just enjoy myself. It's quite fun. Hi. First I'd like to say I love your art. Discovering your content has helped motivate me to improve, and looking back at my progress, it really spiked after I watched your videos. As for a question, what are your favourite OCs to just doodle for fun? Do you have a main OC, if you will? Anyway, sorry for dragging this on. I just want to say that as a young gay artist, seeing an LGBTQ artist create such a positive and welcoming community really gives me hope for my own future and others as well. Love you and your art, you're really cute and I'm hella gay for your voice, and I hope you have a nice day. Well, okay, so there's a lot happening in this ask, and all of it is super nice. I'm glad to hear that watching this channel has helped you with your art, like, in any way. That's awesome. And on the community front, I'm glad this is a welcoming place to be. That's really cool. In terms of OCs, I'm not gonna lie, I probably have too many, so it's never really been a case of me drawing one main one as much as it's been a case of me switching between whichever ones I have knocking around in my head. Thank you again, that was a really nice ask. Probably sounded like I said arse. Accents, what are you gonna do? Have you ever thought of your brain as a popcorn kernel, and whenever you learn something new, your brain pops and turns into popcorn? Not until now. No. Single? Album? Is there anything that you struggle to draw or just can't draw in general? Animals. I can't draw animals for the life of me. I'll use like 15 references to try and draw them properly, and even then they'll end up looking like they're made of Play-Doh. Do you have any tips to be more comfortable after coming out and handling any questions people might have? Okay, so this is something that varies a lot person to person, and obviously I'm not an expert, so I can only talk from my own experience here, but in my experience, the best way to handle questions that people have is to just be chill about it. Obviously you don't have to answer anything that people ask you that makes you genuinely uncomfortable, but you do you, own who you are, and there's going to be a lot less stuff that can phase you in the long run. And I think, again, coming from my own experience, being more comfortable in and of yourself is something that comes a lot easier after you've come out, because then you can just be a lot more honest about who you are. Again, I'm not an expert, but you know, hopefully that's at least somewhat helpful. I don't know. How do you come up with ideas for your drawings? With my brain. There's not really a trick to it, I just kind of think of things I want to draw, and then I draw them. Most preferred cake flavour. 3, 2, 1, go! Any, as long as it's in proximity to my mouth. So much pressure in that ask, it was so fast paced. Hello, just wanted to say that I love your artwork and style. Also, I was hoping you could make a video telling us more about your experience while studying art. I'm currently at a point in my life where I should know what I want to do, but making a commitment to any one thing is terrifying. When I was younger, I dreamed of being an artist or an animator and thought that was always what I would end up doing. Thanks to reality and the influence of adults, that dream didn't stick, and I stopped drawing altogether eventually. Now that I'm older and trying to pick a career path, I wonder if I should think about picking it up again, which is why I'm curious about your experience and what you could tell us. Hope you see this and maybe even consider answering my question. Smiley face. So this is another one where I can only answer it based on my own experience, so maybe take what I say into account alongside somebody else's advice, maybe someone who knows your situation a bit better. But the dreams you have when you're a kid aren't always achievable. That sounds really depressing, but hear me out. So when I was a kid, my dream, the only thing I ever wanted to do was grow up, move to Japan, and become a mangaka working for Shonen Jump. Obviously, as I grew up, I realized that that was a really difficult, unattainable goal. But because I had that dream, I put a lot of effort into improving my art skills, and in doing so, I found other avenues of art that I really enjoyed. Character design, digital art, concept art, a whole bunch of stuff, and now I'm pursuing a career that's more in those fields. I guess what I'm getting at here is that if you enjoy drawing and you don't want to give up on it, then that's awesome. Don't give up on it. Just know that the goals you may have are going to grow and change and develop, and whatever road you end up taking might not be as linear as you expect. Again, I'm not an expert, but there you go. If soap falls on the floor, does the floor get clean or does the soap get dirty? Yes. If you had the choice to be a girl for a day, would you do it? You're funny you should ask. I actually tried being a girl for about 16 years. Didn't enjoy it very much. What show is your guilty pleasure? I'm a big fan of baking shows. There's no punchline here, they're just really entertaining. Can you cook or bake? If so, what do you find the most fun to make? I only know a couple of recipes for student food, like pasta and toast. As far as baking goes, I tried to make biscuits once and I got half the ingredients wrong, so they mutated into a giant slab that tasted like popcorn while they were in the oven. But, you know, besides that, I'm great. Can we get a fandom name? I think it'd be cool to call us something like the ABDites or something. I mean, if you guys want one, you're certainly welcome to adopt one. Yeah, it always seems so weird to think of anything I do here as something that would have a fandom in the first place, but if you guys want to brainstorm together in the comments and then let me know if there's anything you do want to be called collectively, then that's great. Keep me posted. Anyhow, thank you very much to everybody who sent in a question. I had about 100 of these in my inbox, so I'm very sorry if yours didn't feature this time. If you have any other questions you want to see answered, leave it either over on Twitter or in the comments below with the hashtag ABDanswers, and it might feature in a future video. For now though, thank you very much for tuning in, and I will hopefully see you next time. That feel when you want to make speed paints, but you have no time. Then you make a video instead. Stay in school, kids.